Welcome back to the Hammond collection, where we are finishing up our Spinosaurus soon. So, we'll put you on this. And we have Baryonyx, Giga, and Stegosaurus to do. Is that it? We're getting down there. Alright, there's a Stego dig site. Let's go do that. We do Stego next because we got to make sure that it's integrated properly into the park, whereas the berries we can kind of just dump. Oh, we need Theri. Yeah, Theri. Okay. All right, here's our Stego fossils. We need to get the Spino finished first. So we'll queue that up. And then let's look at Theri, which I forgot. Where the fuck is Theri? Here. Oh, it's the Ceratopsian branch. Awkward. So we do you on this. And then you do fossils. Okay. Dude, a fluffy Utahraptor chick would be so good. Yeah, we get the full roster of Chinese Stegosaurs. Definitely they can cut something there. I would like to see Huangosaurus remodeled to be more primitive looking, because like Huango is very primitive, and the one we have is just another Stegosaurid, which is kind of weak. But they better not cut my boy Chunkingosaurus. I like him. Although nobody else really does, so he's probably going to get the axe, if we're being honest. Alright. How are these guys doing? We don't know. We need status info. Alright, I guess we can have Ranger Team 1 do the Berry and Spino. Will there be blood if Chungking is cut? Yes, there will be blood. That's my boy. No matter what, there's going to be cuts that I'm not happy about. No matter what, there's like no animals they can cut and not piss somebody off. Like every animal is somebody's favorite. Even Deinonychus. There's like one guy out there who's like, I love this Deinonychus. There's somebody. Yeah, keep Chung, get rid of the other two. That's my take. I guess we just keep digging on the Ceratopsid tree. Oh god, 3 defensive for this? Fuck you. 2 fights, 1? Oh no. Theri's gonna be the pain in my ass, isn't it? Shit. Alright, well, what do we do for defensive? I guess the first question is, do we have the gene? What is the unlock condition if not? Do I think there's going to be Deinosuchus? Here's my take. I think we'll get a Croc DLC to capitalize on the semi-aquatic things. Mechanics, I mean. I don't really think we'll see them in base game. Vulnerable to unlock skin toughness. Because I think that's too much. Maybe they'll throw in like 1 Croc just to like sell the semi-aquatic mechanic and then have more in a DLC or something maybe. But I'd be very surprised if we don't get any Crocs over the game's lifetime. It's like too good of a fit for what they're changing with the environmental systems. Maybe Titanoboa. Maybe. I would prefer like Crocs over Titanoboa. I think Crocs are more in line with a Jurassic aesthetic than Titanoboa is. Like, Deinosuchus is semi-canon anyway. Okay, defensive, focus. Obviously, these guys will have it, 25% defensive, but breeding Ankies is a pain in the ass. I would assume none of the random carnivores are going to have it. Ceratopsids, maybe? Nope. For whatever reason, Trikes just got weak. A humble, social, tolerant. What about Pachycephalosaurus? Pachycephalosaurus has defensive. 25% defensive. A 50% would have been nice. So probably we breed Pachycephalosauruses, right? Okay. Let's breed a clutch of these while we rest the other one, and then we do the Spino. Capro Hunted Goat would be cool, for sure. But yeah, challenge mode is in. We know challenge mode is in. That's confirmed on the website. Sandbox, campaign, challenge mode, no Chaos Theory. Or at least Chaos Theory is not announced if it is in. But I don't think there's any reason for Chaos Theory to be its own game mode. So this does not surprise me. Yeah, Expedition for Stego. Worth processing, too. Alright, cool. I think my Ranger team killed himself. I guess he clipped into the gate, trying to drive through here. That's why he's dead? Maybe that's how he died before. I wonder if I cut this corner off here, maybe he just can't get through here, so he's going through there all the time. Could be. Let's do this. We'll make him a little corridor. Then maybe he can actually drive through this path to the Eerie exhibit. He's probably died twice trying to get to and from the Irritators, specifically. I guess so. Alright, we got one Pachycephalosaurus to hatch. Not great. Spinosaurus. 2001. Max Humble. And that's it. 15. Seems good. Oh, I suppose I can hatch that Pachycephalosaurus now, right? Yeah. Okay, great. Intolerant, humble, nocturnal, that's fine. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, just do it. That takes a while. I still have $20 million after that, though. That's nice. Then we have just genetics and our expedition. So we can process the fossils and we can dig up the fossils. And we can't breed the dinosaurs until the other stuff is done. But that's fine. So definitely get Stego done quickly. And I guess that means we won't continue pushing theory research until the Spino's done too, but that's fine. Alright, another batch of fossils, which is to say one like random Stego fossil. We're not going to process that. Yeah, the Ginkgos add a really good aesthetic, and like we never use them as paleo veg because I forget what they add, but you never need to use it, right? We need 11 here. Alright. I'm okay with doing this. Not very efficient, but we're like done here, so it's not a problem. Yeah, for reference, the Ginkgo is in what will be our Giga enclosure, which is looking like this. I think this is a fun... Hey, I see you there, Mr. Friggin' Palm Tree. I feel like we just had a sandstorm. Did we not just have a sandstorm? What the shit? Damn it. Do we ever actually check that these guys were happy? I mean, they are. I think we did. Actually surprised that, like, that's the original base game Dimorphodon and not the Dominion one, right? So it's the bigger version. I'm actually surprised to see that the size difference isn't that dramatic between these two animals. I thought the Geo would have been quite a bit bigger compared to even the larger Dimorphodon, but no. At least not this particular version of the Geosternbergia. Well, we should probably get the medical team going if they're not already on the way. Play a lot of sandbox, you use it a lot. That makes sense. I think I've definitely, like, slept on a lot of decorative elements for paddocks especially, because it's always been kind of tedious, but I'm definitely getting better at doing paddock design, I think. Like, I'm pretty happy with the outcome of, like, the swamp system here. I think this is pretty cool, personally. Hey, speaking of swamp system, Mr. Spino, you go over here. Let's get the feeder put in. Right there. And then we need to consider, what do we do for this exhibit? So this will be probably a dirt one. I guess I'll double check his environmental needs first. And then we'll design it once he's out. Him being hatched does mean we have a dude who can go on a break and another dude who can go on a break. And then the research guy. Do I think male pterosaurs could bring redemption to the barb? Maybe. That's actually a good point. They could kind of retroactively fix the Barbaridactylus by giving the male the antler design and make it much more interesting in the process. That's possible. Okay, mobile vet's on the way. Alright, so you do this. Then I guess we go out again? Oh, is it done? I guess Stego's done. Let's finish Giga. That's an 11. Sure. Missing fish. You'll have fish in a second, you nerd. Alright, there's our Spino. That's a modded film version, which probably is less accurate to the Hammond collection figure now that I think about it, but I didn't want to bother coming up with the base game version of it, so this is fine. The fact that you could see the blue on the sail makes it different than the Hammond collection figure. And if I wanted to represent my Spino, spoilers for, well, it won't be spoilers for the video, but on the stream it's spoilers that I did get a Spino figure. So he's sitting behind me there. Can you actually see him in the frame if I move? Yeah, you can see him a little bit way in the back. But yeah, mine has asymmetric paint on the tail side to side. So that was the bit I was going to make. Do I think that the prologue should be decanonized? I don't know. It's a good question. I mean, is the director's cut canon or not, right? That's the real question. All right, so what do we want to do with this? We can do literally anything with this exhibit. Like, we have no considerations. So I think we do dirt. Is this the same dirt I used over here? I think so. All right, we dirty it up. The berry one will be very rocky. So we've got the deserty one, the rocky one. There was an idea earlier and I forgot what it was. Yeah, why is the footprint for like the terrain under the feeder so asymmetric? Like it looks like it's this shape. It's very weird. We could do Psychads? Nah. I already did a ginkgo exhibit. Well, I can think on this a little bit. We don't need to decorate this exhibit right now. But I would like to get it done sooner rather than later. I think we should probably just finish this Stego fossils. Well, the Giga's almost here. Yeah, let's wait for the Giga stuff, I guess. 40 seconds. Okay. Alright, so finish the Stego, season with Giga, bring to a boil. Is the Ginga is the Giga done after that? No. But this guy needs a break, so I think we'll just wait. So then yeah, let's do some more. Oh, right. We're still missing 2 defensive traits. We need to breed Pachycephalosaurs, so let's keep doing that. Perfect. All right. Did we get any? 1 defensive, 2 defensive. All right, that's what we needed. We'll just feed these to somebody. Might as well wait on the Giga. Stego's done. We can probably start Stegos. Okay. So what do we got? I forget what I set up here for these guys. So we've got, okay, 97B in Champlain with a blank pattern. So one of these is the upcoming adult Stego Hammond collection figure. The other one is based on the baby coloring. And that's why we have the 2 variations. These guys may really upset the balance of this paddock when I release them. I'm not going to lie. Actually, getting rid of Intolerant here wouldn't be bad, but I'd have to research it. I think I'm okay just, like, breed what we can get. Yeah. Alright, so Pachycephalosauruses were airlifted over the Rex pen to be horribly devoured and eaten. For Stegos, skittish social humble is bad, but we have an Intol social humble, which can work as our alpha. Intolerant doesn't matter, because they have perfect cohab with this pen currently. So they won't actually... Wow, triple aggressive? Jesus. This won't actually cause any problems. What causes a problem is the triple aggressive. That's insane. Wow. Alright. Well, we'll have to get a second batch hatch before we release any of them. You get a break. Then we do... This is not done. It's probably worth running, though. Sure. But that leaves us with the 10, and we can't do Giga alone, actually. We can't do the Giga. We haven't done the Theory, so we have to dig up Barry, and that's all we can do. That's fine, too. Research and Salmonella real quick. Send our discount guy on it. Then this is all almost entirely Polacanthus. Fun. Not what I signed up for. Let's leave that for a second. Check on our other eggs. Alright, aggressive, no. Skittish, yes. Intol, yes. Intol, yes. Intol, Intol. Okay. That should be enough. Enough Stegos. Let's do... This is a 1 in 4? So I can do this real quick. And then we can do the expedition with the geneticist. Sure. Alright. Why not? And then where's my other... Is it... One of these bastards. Hey, can you, like, expand your territory properly, my guys? Like, almost there. Little nerds. Oh, is this guy, like, stuck? Wait, did you... Status check? Okay, he's destroying himself on the invisible fences, too. Good to know that those completely messes shit up. Okay, and this guy's fine. So, yeah, we got a, like, a mangrove forest, cycad forest, swamp sector here for the Spino, which I think works as an aesthetic. And he's happy. Good for him. Oh yeah, I suppose this will be the Baryonyx pen, so I will need like other gates here. I wonder, like the invisible things, the invisible fences do kind of confuse the Jeeps here in the mod pack. I wonder if they will actually navigate here through this gate and through this gate, or if they'll just damage themselves trying to cross the fence like they did. Is there a problem over here? Oh, that's why this guy was getting particularly destroyed, is because he was crossing the invisible fence. And getting stuck in the gate then afterwards. Okay. But it shouldn't be an issue anymore. Have I seen the Evo Square Giganotosaurus short? I don't think so. That doesn't ring a bell. It's possible I saw it and forgot about it. Alright, there goes the other Pachycephalosaurus. Perfect. And who's almost dead and why? You're almost dead because I did the treatment and then didn't queue this up. True. It do be like that. And let's get rid of this carcass.
En route to pick up the asset.
Okay, 30 seconds. And then we can do the Giga. 97% comfort on the Brachys? Territory's gone weird, I guess. Alright, so what do we want to do with those Stegos? Maybe I do 3 by airlift and release the other ones? We'll let these 3 come out and establish the territory first, and then we'll release the second wave and they should link up. Maybe? Okay, well this is a good chance to panic this and get them to like fix the territory. So, wait, is it actually good? No, 94. I thought it said 100. Lame. Alright, peel all this back. Giga first. $85 and $13, really? Yeah, no reason to hold cheaper research back. 2 fights, 1. So now we're stuck on that.
Transportation complete.
Destroyed by... What? How? Oh, I bet you that was the Jeep that was already almost dead.
Transporting asset.
Like, I bet you that's what it was. He took all that other damage, so he was able to just get one tapped by a Dilo. Release these guys. Yeah, so I think that's an unpatterned one. And then, yeah, that's definitely a Lost World one, because you can see the kind of the plates have that different vibe to them, whereas these ones are just flat brown. So this one is more of the baby vibe. They're not substantially different. Alright, they need to form a territory properly. Alright, 8 pop, missing everything. Yeah, that's pretty rough. Not gonna lie. But we could spread ground fruit fiber through the waterway maybe, and that might be the best way to get that to work. Alright, let me do that. Alright, still working on it, but we got another wave of fossils. So we should get that queued up. There is the end of the gigagenome. Sure, that's fine. Yeah, we'll go send out the 10 on the berry. Then we need to sort out the fighting situation too. Alright, first off, who's the alpha? Humble social and tall alpha. Oh, probably they switched alphas and now they're happy. Or the territory expanded enough that they're happy. Either way, they're happy. I did put a lot more veg in here in the waterways, which will negatively affect the aesthetics of the tour, maybe a little bit, but I'm probably going to just say, whatever. I'm probably not gonna put too much work into like making sure the boat paths are like super clear. It's not like they're sailing through full trees mostly, although with this tall nut they may. But whatever. It's fine. Conch can fight Packy, right? Interesting. Do we think the Conchs will consistently win? That could be a good way to do it. Alright, Pop 10s. These guys do keep being kind of assholes. We have... How many of each? I think we have... Must be 5 of each. Yeah, 5 and 5. Let's get rid of one of the Pachycephalosauruses we already have in the park to test that. Who sucks? Friends, where are you? Why do I only find the Stiggies? There they are. Humble social. Wait, sorry, what? Okay, the camera, like, really tricked me there. It's number 8. You're the lucky winner, number 8. You won an all-expense-paid vacation to the Concavenator paddock? Enjoy. Oh, okay, the boats are fucked. Because this guy's stuck sideways. Cool. We're probably going to ignore that at this stage. Because we've hit 5 stars. We're almost done. I'm not going to bother reloading to fix the boats. I am going to put in one of these. That should be Ranger Team 1. Yeah, we're losing visibility all the way back here at this point. I may reload, but like we have the money. It shouldn't be an issue. Holy hell, man. You need to leave? You're going to die. Wait, why are both of the Jeeps in here? Anyway, not important. Hey, doubloons. Okay. Good. Giga's completed then. We're going to do 1 Giga. So we got the Hammond Collection mod version, which replaces 2022. We're just doing 1, so we do full humble. Kill the large appetite. 13. I'm going to double them up just for maximum speed. 1 minute. Yeah, we'll just let that run. We'll do fossils later. We can do another expedition, though. Alright, test. Wait, which one's my conch paddock? This one? Hello? Yes.
Collection request received.
Bro, you're gonna die. Holy shit. Go back to base. Repair, please. This man is out here working sun up to sundown. When he just really needs to, like, chill and go home.
Asset delivered.
Wait, comfort 90%. Excuse me, sir? Why are you not the alpha? Weird. Wonder how long that's been changed. Alright, Giga. You should have the docile gene? Yeah, I agree. That would be a funny mod to make. That would actually be really funny. We'll do humble and tall. Alright, put those two on it. And everybody else gets a all-expense-paid vacation to the break room. Okay. Is this Pachycephalosaurus on the ground? It is. Is it going to do anything? You going to fight? Maybe. We'll see. There is the modded Giga. I think that's actually a pretty nice looking Giga skin. I gotta say, I like this a lot. A little more, you know, the colors pop a little bit more than the actual film version of this skin, and I like it. I think it's a nice upgrade. Also, I don't remember what the scarring looks like on the film skin, but I kind of like the way it pops here. Like the very distinctively pink scarring there on the tail. And on the body in general. Kind of neat. Very cool. We're going to feed this guy Ceratosaurus and see if he can kill a motherfucker. Because we need 2 victory fights to get the Theri going. But then, yeah, we got to clear out space for the berry. Save me, Barry. There you go. Sound off in the comment if you know what that is. In the comments if you know what that's from. Save me, Barry. Stego's comfort's down to 80%, but like, oh, that they've lost all of this? That's pretty bad. Probably just gonna ignore that. Maybe we, okay, let's do this. We're almost done here. Making this paddock work without direct intervention is gonna be really hard. Because the food types don't overlap very well. So I'm just going to airlift the Stego to reset the territory partially. Airlift a Stego to, like, expand the territory. Better to say, expand the territory artificially by airlifting a Stego. That's a more accurate description of what we're actually going to do here. And then, is Barry complete? Yes. So there's nothing else for me to do until we get Theri. True. Alright, let's get ourselves another Cerato clutch going. Yeah, let's just have one of these on standby, I think. I could have bred 2 from the first clutch maybe, but... Sorry, why are you both here? Avian Hatchery 1, Ranger Post 15. Oh, they're both on 15. Why did I double up on 15? Huh. Kill him. Fight. Engage. Engage in battle. You know what? We should get a. This should be our thumbnail. Not every day we actually do a fight. You know what? That's already a pretty decent composition. With the way the lighting is on the Giga there, I think. Alright. Kill him! I have no idea what 7 Deadly Sins is. I have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, he backed off. He got his ass kicked, but he walked away. That counts as a victory fight, though, right? Yeah, he still wins the fight. He doesn't need the kill, he needs the victory. Okay, cool. He's going back in! He's got a folding chair, or whatever the meme is. Alright. We unlocked Ceratopsians. Fantastic. That was the correct way to do that. The Pachycephalosaurus, I think, is literally alive. I airlifted it out of the enclosure. Number 8. Where did it end up? Yep, number 8 is alive. He literally made it into the conch pen. Spent almost his entire time sedated in there. He got down to like 10 seconds on the timer, and I'm like, I'm just going to airlift him back to the original paddock. Screw it. And he made it. It worked. That's wild. Let's get that research going so we can finish up the park build. Ooh, we need Penta. Then we need Theri. Do I want to save money on this? It doesn't matter at all. Avian influenza. Oh my god, I just put you in here. How are you sick again? I picked the wrong corner to put you in. You dumbass. Well, whatever. We're going to ignore it. It'll probably be fine. We can do berries. Let's check the research first. Get the Theri going first, and then hopefully we have somebody left. We won't, because it's awful and hideous and terrible. 6 minutes? Are you joking? Hey, you remember what's in the Hammond collection and is red and is a raptor? Pyroraptor. That's a thing. Whoops. Alright, we had a storm, but nothing to worry about. Last berry, and whatever Pyroraptor we can cram in there with it, whenever we get around to it. Alright, let's get these fossils going first. We can do that on the welfare. Might as well just do it on the synth. Yeah, do Pyro Dig real quick. I guess that's it. Because we just need to get Pyro and Theri in, and it's just going to have to be the way it is. We're just going to have to sit here and wait for them to finish. Alright, let's get our berries going. We have... So Chaos is the bluest backed Baryonyx. Chaos does the best job of looking like the figure. So we're breeding just Chaoses. Full Chaos. Sure. Our Spino has internal injuries from attacking a Jeep, so he's got to be treated. I'm sedating and redesigning the Gigapen to do more of an angular aesthetic here for the rest of these enclosures over what we currently have. So I'm gonna kill this. And we're gonna take down this whole back fence. We're gonna rebuild this curve because this is the only part other than the part by the arena directly that's curved. And I think I would like it to aesthetically have more of a matching vibe. So, alright, Baryonyx eggs. We got a Social Humble Alpha. We can grab this one, we can grab this one, and we can grab this one, and we'll skip the aggressive because I don't need more shit destroying my goddamn cars. Alright, there's that. Spino should be done cooking here. Get him transported back to his home. Get in your home. Interesting that he remembered his territory. That's good. There are some inconsistencies with that. And then, yeah, we've redesigned our carnivore paddock borders here, or our theropod paddocks. Large theropod paddocks, because the Theri goes in here. To have more of an angular, twisty vibe. And I kind of like it. I think this is fun. Like, having these angles that are aligned with each other. Here, 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 this. I think that works. It's a little weird having this, like, V here, but whatever. If we need to expand, we can expand it this way. And let's get you to wake the Giga up from his nap. Wake up, sleepyhead. And then 4 berries in here. So the boat tour is over here. So yeah, these go this way. Get the feeder in. Here, I guess. Then this is the rocky exhibit. So I guess we paint it in rock. Do we want to do this rock or this one? This one looks a little more natural. You know what? Do I actually want to do rock as the base texture? Probably not. Let's do dirt. The swamp dirt, so to speak, that we've been using, because then it'll blend better with everything and it won't look as weird. I could do Rock Island in the middle there. Maybe we do... Okay, this is some shit. What is the deal with the fish feeders, man?
Transit has commenced.
Alright, Tiger Rock, Desert Rock. I like the Tiger Rock that has, like, this on it, because it's kind of got, like, moss growing on it almost. That gives it a swampy vibe. What about this guy? Also kind of green and mossy. Same. Yeah, let's use these temperate rocks.
Asset has been delivered. Commencing asset transit. Asset delivered.
Mix a few more into this, like, main rock island, I guess. I'm not exactly convinced, but it's fine. And yeah, our 4 chaoses are happy. You're dying of an infected wound. God fucking damn it. I forgot you had that. Because I treated your ass for your other injury, and then you got an infected wound in the hospital. You got fucking MRSA or whatever. Alright. So that takes care of that. Pause. Work. Science. Pyroraptor. Sorry, was that actually completed? It looked like that was actually completed. Yeah, it is. So there's an extra Pyroraptor fossil. That is a thing with some of the DLC species where they have extra fossils for no really discernible reason whatsoever. Mr. Therizinosaurus, I don't remember where you are. You are in Nemet. Are you only in Nemet? I do not remember. Correct. Okay, so we're only going to get Theri out of here because we already got the Raptor. So that's good. Brachiosaurus, Stegos are not happy, but they went all over in the wrong fucking corner. Because they're doing too good of a job hurting, where their like territory can't keep up with it. It doesn't help that the boats are offline, so they're not getting stirred. 32%. I'm sorry, could somebody please deal with my fucking boy? Save his life. Okay, why is the medical team going this way, though? This is actually the worst. Yep. Okay, so they pathfind in a way where they have no acknowledgement of the invisible fence. Which, really messes with their shit. Alright, well, it's not great. At least we won't have to deal with it for too long here. The build is close. Alright, well, let's get those fossils. Sell the shit. Sell the extra shit. Sell the 2 extra shits. That's a lot of extra shit. Yeah, let's just hold off on that. I was debating over whether doing that or doing the pyro. All right, Mr. Theory, keep getting the bones. And here we do pyro. Pyroraptor. Obviously, this is the film skin. We need 3 minimum, so try to hatch 4 pyros. They're just going to go in this pen. I think if we could fit 3 atrocities, we could probably fit 4 pyros, but I don't know for sure. Maybe it'll only be 3. Social humble intall. All right. You should be fine. Yep. Stegos are getting better again. They're moving back the other direction now. Oh, I guess I need a ranger station here on the berries. And I need to put some plant in here. So we'll get that going. Screwed and beyond extinct, how likely is the Deinonychus to get axed? Yeah, I'd say the biggest thing Deinonychus has going for it is that it was a JWE1 release animal. But, it's probably a prime candidate for getting cut anyway. And if not, like, they could do some interesting thing with the sexual dimorphism with that one, maybe. Turn the one we have into the male and make the female not have the fins. Could be a take they do. Alright, 4 Pyroraptors. Okay. Theropods. We have the dig site cleared, it looks like. Yep. So we just got to process all those fossils. Then I need to decorate this Baryonyx exhibit. All right, so for the berry exhibit, I had a little bit of fun with the default brushes. We can use the fiber brush for this kind of water plant look. And then we can use the leaf brush, the ground leaf brush, to get these logs mixed in here, which also adds the swamp vibe pretty well, I think. And we don't have to actually worry about like what paleo veg the animals need, so we can make do with that. I think that's done a pretty good look for this exhibit. And then, of course, we have the big, rocky patch in the middle and some other little rocks scattered throughout to match the berry's needs, and it works out pretty well. The Pyroraptors are also down here now, and we should take a peek. Looks like they're good. Water, open space, prey, no other needs. We just got to get this place decorated. So we were doing, for these exhibits, we were doing the trees. So yeah, it looks like they have enough open space that we can just go hard on it as well. Right. Shit. And that is all 4. Okay, well, the raptor quadrant, the raptor sector, I guess, is a better way, because it's not a quadrant, exactly. Worked pretty well, actually. I didn't think we'd be able to fit all 3 species of raptor in these adjacent enclosures like this, and it works just fine. That's cool. Yeah, this actually came out to be a pretty nice looking park, I think. I'm pretty happy with this. For a park that was just based on like, oh, these are some toys that are available, we're just gonna do it, We're just gonna build a park with these animals. We actually managed to get a pretty good aesthetic, I think, out of this, and a vibe. I think it was the right call to just kind of build it on San Diego for the thinnest of Hammond connections, because it allowed us like an aesthetic theme to tie the build to. And I think all these extra modded plants kind of help too. Oh my god, Parasaur, why? Unmet needs? No, that's impossible. Open space? But why? I haven't... Because I guess all the borders here are out of the area? Whatever. Let's not worry about that. We gotta keep pushing the theory here so we can end this park. Some animal has to be the last one that you put in at the last second and just doesn't get to be special. And this time it's going to be the theory. At least it wasn't the Rex, which is usually the one that comes in at the very end and is just gets neglected. Hopefully the Rex doesn't suck in 3. I'm not like a huge T-Rex fan. Like my heart belongs with like Baryonyx and Carnotaurus and Allosaurus, but it's such an iconic animal in the franchise that it should be like a really good animal in the game, and it historically has not been. I'm actually... Oh, did these guys fuck up their alpha? How would they do that? It's not a Corythosaur anyway. Did the Ceratos ever fix their alpha? No, 90% comfort. Somehow the Ceratos have the wrong alpha and they're not switching anymore, and I don't know why. Tolerant only? Yeah, the Parasaur alpha is also messed up. Harmless Infamy. Peel 59. It must be, they must have separated out. Dominance 60, Dominance 90. This should be the alpha. I bet you they panicked and splintered and then reformed, and that's when the alpha changed to be detrimental. This is just not worth us dealing with. It is kind of annoying when that happens. I guess that's another thing we can hope is cooked a little better in 3. I mean, technically we don't know that the territory system is even in 3. We, like, have no idea. Alright, well, for the Therizinosaurus, obviously film skin, no special mod for this. Just max out the humble. Yep. Alright, it's ready to go whenever the genome is complete. Alright, it's a humble thirsty Therizinosaurus. Dispatch both of these people on it. Just kidding. I already sent it. I'm just hatching it. These people. Yes. Mr. Annoying, not supposed to be the alpha. Parasaur, I am actually going to fix you. You go to the Theory Pen, and then we bring you back. How about that? Yep, Theory's the last animal. Should be the last animal. Let's take a quick peek. We haven't really been paying much attention to our ratings. Yeah, peel 200%. Oh yeah, path capacity is still fucking us because we're using those viewing paths. So yeah, we long ago actually capped out on path capacity of all things, which is why the park actually hasn't grown. We've just been adding animals pointlessly to this park for the last 4 hours, which I knew we were doing, but it is funny. Oh, and that explains why the amenities are weird. Because there's no path capacity to support the amenities. So, like, the demand is very strange. And, like, amenities never seem to cap out. And that's because they can't. But anyway, we're here to look at species target. 27 out of 30. I don't think I'm missing anything. 27? I think it's 28 in the full line with Scutosaurus, which we don't have a mod for. So that should be everything. Have I forgotten anything? I don't think so. 6 small carnivores is correct. 4 medium. 3 large than Theory. 2 pterosaurs. Anky, Trike, Pachy, Stiggy. Brachy, Steg, Corythopara, Galley. 3 Spinosaurus. I think that's correct. There was a Scutosaurus mod, but it's not available anymore. It was taken away, and I don't know why. I think it was part of like a Paleozoic pack or something that's been completely blocked on Nexus. Probably it wouldn't even work because it's probably an older mod, and old new species mods are pretty buggy if they aren't updated. Gojirasaurus for Japan would be an interesting include for sure. That would be they gotta have some Japanese dinosaurs. Like if they have Japan as a location, but they don't actually introduce any Japanese dinosaurs, what are they even doing? I think is Nipponosaurus from Japan? Because that's actually arguably film canon. Because it's on the holoscape, which may represent real film animals. So that could be an include they do. Okay, Para 6 is now the alpha. That's the one that should be the alpha. And now the territory is perfect. Great. So hopefully sending this guy back doesn't result in a reversion of that for some reason, but I'm pretty confident it won't. Because there's no reason it should. Yeah, like these amenities down here have 50 people in them. Despite the fact that we have like Pyroraptor and Atrociraptor showing up because there just literally is no path capacity whatsoever. We've never actually had that be an issue in a park, which is just funny. Actually could be an interesting challenge. Can we build a park using only the small paths? Can we 5-star a park without actually doing path upgrades? I think we'll do that. Not next. Maybe not even the time after that, but we should try that out at some point. Yeah, Hawaii being very meta is cool. That's probably why they did Hawaii, right? That's like the only reason for them to pick Hawaii specifically is because it's the meta choice of it's where the movie was filmed. Ah, right. The island changed hands. I remember this. Tempeskia? Yeah, let's do Tempeskia. We have a nice different forested vibe here in this exhibit. Yeah, so obviously the pen is like way too big for a single theory, but we're not going to change it this late. And we'll leave the middle island alone. Yeah, we could fit, I guess, a few theories in here, huh? We never really used, like, I think we've used 2 theories in a park build before, and we've never gone really high above that. All right, well, we ended the run with still having $20 million in our coffers. Excuse me? Died in a fight with a Geosternbergia, huh? You just had to do that, like, right at the end. His neck got snapped. All right. I mean, sure. I'm not shocked. Like, this was always a possibility. It's just the pterosaurs fight so infrequently that, like, you kind of even forget that it can be a thing. I think they're social, yeah. Wait, population 8? Wait, these have emerged territory. Why is Geosternbergia plus Dimorphodon in the merged territory mod? That's crazy. Is it because they're liked? No. Yes? No. What? Huh. Well, anyway. Clearly that doesn't keep them from killing each other. Alright. Well, anyway, that'll be it for this park build. Our next upcoming park build, we're going to do as many JWE3 things as we can in JWE2. How close can we push JWE2 to 3 using mods? That's our next project. So until then.